my face is done baking. So, I have my heated lash curler. Girl. It's okay. My hair's not gonna be like that for when I go out. It's heating up. I just got this today, so I'm kind of gonna test it out and see if it's good or not. But yeah, my lashes are normally like naturally curled up, so it's not like a huge problem if it's not good. But oh my gosh, can I back up? My chair won't let me scoot back. Okay, there we go. But now I'm gonna go in with the Maybelline blush. I've had this for like years. The shade is Tea Rose. I've had this for years and it's never really like ran out. Okay. And then I just kind of just do it like that. I'm not a makeup professional, once again, but I'm just doing this for fun. And for entertainment if people actually watch this. Guys, ignore that. But yeah. I'm like, how do I say this? I am not, like, people say I look like I'm 12. I'm not 12. Unfortunately, my room does kind of give that. But yeah, I am not 12. I am actually turning 16 soon. Surprise, surprise, right? But yeah, I'm turning 16 in May. But I have been doing competition cheer. Just a little info on me. I've been doing competition cheer since I was 5. So a really long time. So I kind of grew up with makeup on my face, unfortunately. That's not good for younger kids, but like, if your kid wants to do that sport, let them do that sport. Like, I can't say anything about that, because I love that sport. I still do. Like, I'm going back into that, hopefully, with my age, though, that I'm able to get back onto my old team that I was on in 2024 through 2025. But this year, 2025, well, last year, 2025, at the end of that season, I joined the high school cheer team, which I wanted to take a year off, but my mom was just like, just try it out, see if you like high school cheer, da-da-da-da. I got kicked out the first week. I did not like it personally. It's just not my thing. I don't really like to perform in front of people that I know. So, the only fun part was, okay, let's not make loud sounds. The only fun part was that my ex-boyfriend, who I'm also kind of talking to right now, he used to watch me. Even though, I wasn't really doing anything on the team, because the first week, I got really bad hurt. That wasn't excuse. I got really bad hurt, because that week prior, I had sprained my toe with a sprained ankle. So, I was kind of like off and on being able to do stuff. And then I just kind of was like, this one's just not my thing. Like, there's so much fun stuff in it, but it's just not personally my thing. Also, I'm going to do my brows with the Tarte. You can't really see it because all of it. I got my finger in that eyeshadow. Can't really see it. But I use this as like my eyeshadow. My eyebrows. Because I need to redye them. Because they're getting light again. But there for my brows, so let me do my brows real quick. Unfortunately, there is a lag, but number 1 eyebrow is done. Yes, I do have eyebrow slits. They were already there. I didn't like do it as in like a makeup thing, because I know some people just put foundation, but I personally like myself with eyebrow slits just because I feel like I look more better in my opinion. But now let me do the other brow. This one kind of ate, I can't lie. Lag. I finished with that. Is it done? I'm so confused. I'm actually really scared to try this because damn it, I can't open it. Okay, there you go. I'm actually very scared about this. And you're supposed to do this for 3 to 5 minutes. But my eye is gonna get tired from staying open. So we're just gonna see how this goes. And I'll show you guys after, but my eye is already like leaking water because of my eye being tired of being open already. I'll show you guys after. This is a really good creation because this is the after. Can't really tell because the camera quality. I will look a bit closer. This is the after, and this is the before. I am so grateful I bought this because it really looks like I don't need mascara in my mirror. Like, it's actually pretty insane. Now I'm gonna do the other side. I'll come back when that's done. Oh my gosh. I'm officially in love with it. Like, who is she? But before I start with that, I'm gonna line my lips. Okay. I'm gonna line my lips first. Gonna have to sharpen this. Sorry. I'm gonna do it out of frame for just in case. But yeah. It's okay. I'll sharpen it more. But while I'm doing this, I guess I could talk about myself. I am a freshman in high school. I am meant to be a sophomore. I was held back when I was younger, unfortunately. It wasn't because I failed, it was because they were worried that I had problems in school. That I was gonna have problems in school. Which I do because I have extreme ADHD, unfortunately. I was born with it. My dad had ADHD. So, yeah, and then my mom has OCD, so. Oh, I accidentally overlined. Oopsie. And this one doesn't like to come off sometimes. My lips look really dry. That's because I didn't do my normal prep on them after I got out of the shower. But I also don't just have ADHD. I have a major depression disorder, which unfortunately I got them from my mom and my dad, so both sides. And then I don't really have any other mental health issues, but so my family did have some extreme other mental health issues that I hope every person, even if you don't want the help, reach out to someone about it. Don't just keep it to yourself, because personally I used to do that. It did not end up well for me. It did not end up well for me keeping it to myself, and honestly, it feels good to talk about. I know it's like, oh, I don't want to talk about this. I completely understand. I'm that way. I hate telling people about my issues or my thoughts, my feelings, anything, because I feel like someone will use it against me. Honestly, that's when you need a therapist. And if you feel like you have no one you could trust, get a therapist. Because when I was younger, I did deal with a lot for my age. When I had just turned 6. 2 days after my birthday, my dad unfortunately passed away. I was only 6. I'm turning 16 soon, so it's about to be 10 years. But it was very hard for me, especially for my age. Yes, I know this is a huge question, but yes, I do have memories of him. I was super young where I don't remember anything, and unfortunately, my parents did separate. They didn't divorce. She went to a different house with me and my sister, and they're kind of just like talking about everything, figuring everything out. And then he passed away 2 days after my birthday, which is May 12th. And that was in 2016. Yes, I am a 2010 girl. So, we're just gonna say that's the best year to be born, because why not? And then, of course, I was born May 10th, 2010. So on my 10th birthday was my golden birthday. But like, crazy. Because it was 2010, May 10th, turning 10. Like, I just thought it was so crazy. And so that was my golden birthday year. Which I think that was like 2020 or 21. I can't think of it off of the top of my head. But I had a pretty cool golden birthday. My best friend, who lives actually pretty far now, she showed up on my doorstep. I was like, hey. And then I got a Apple iPad, which at that time we did not have that type of money. So it was pretty nice, which I was super excited. I just loved it so much. And then some years have passed, and now I'm turning 16 in May. My goals for this year is to, first off, finish the year off strong, and then also I want to get a job and my driver's permit, because where I live, most places only take 16-year-olds, so that's what I'm gonna try to do, is get my job permit. And then also, I am in homeschooling. I love being at school. I've been at school most of my life. Like, I wasn't raised in like homeschooling. I do have issues with focus. I just hit myself in the lip. I do have issues focusing. So, I almost just dropped that. And I got glitter all over my hands. I do have issues focusing because of my ADHD. And when I was younger, it was really bad. I could not sit still. I would get in trouble all the time because of it. And so once they found out I had ADHD, which I was 13, yeah, they found out I had ADHD, and it kind of helped a lot because with ADHD you get a 504, which I had very bad trouble finishing stuff on time because I could not focus. Like, I had a really bad focus issue, but now I don't, thankfully, because I am on the right medications, which I do not hold on to. My parents hold on to for just in case if there is any problems or anything, and they remind me to take it because I do still have some issues of reminding myself to, like, take stuff for myself. And then I did not really grow up with a lot of money. I grew up switching places all the time. I was in Chino, I was in Pomona, I was in Fontana. So not really like the safest places, but also not really like the worst places. I would say the worst out of all of those is probably Pomona. Just because of, there's a lot out there, but I was out there when, I was there when I was born to all the way until I was 5 when we left my dad. Because that's where I kind of like grew up. Well, I wasn't in Pomona that entire time. We switched when I was younger, but I can't remember that because I was super young. And then I moved to Fontana after we moved away from my dad. And my dad passed away, I think, a year or a couple months after that. It was a lot for me. I didn't quite understand, but as I was growing up, my mom, she did struggle with it a lot. I mean, who wouldn't struggle with that, you know? Me and my sister and my brother struggled with it a lot, but we kind of realized, like, things happen, and sometimes you just have to let things go. Unfortunately, that's how I grew up, that's how I've learned things. I did have a really hard time with all of that stuff because of the situation that happened, which I will not be saying unless y'all want a video about that. It was just way too much for me with the situation that had happened, and I struggled really bad. And then my mom found an amazing man a couple years later. They were 7 years married, 6 years, I don't keep track. I don't know. Dating, married, whatever. To a very special man who helped her go through the process with my dad and helped all of us. And he's like a father that I didn't get the chance to have. And I'm really grateful for that because a lot of people don't understand what to do. And so we had him with us, helping us through the entire way, thankfully, because if I didn't, I would have probably just dropped out of school, never done school or something crazy. And then a lot happened. I moved out here, which I'm not gonna say because that is personal information, but I will say I live in the desert now. A lot different because I was in crowded places with like a lot of people all the time around us, and a lot of family, a lot of connections. But now we live in the desert, and it's just me and my family, and then me and my siblings and my stepdad and my mom, and then my grandpa, and he has a whole alpaca farm, which is super dope. Yeah. And then I did have struggles with substances. I have been clean for, alcohol, a month. I won't say certain months because it is like kind of, I don't want to say it like until like somebody asks me, because I don't know if like people aren't okay with that type of stuff. But in like the, how do I say it? In the categories, it was smoking. Not gonna say what, or yeah. But oh my gosh, that hair is making me mad because it's just hanging out. But it did have a really bad issue with that. Also, my hair was drying, so it is crazy. So we're just gonna leave that back and let it dry more. But yeah. And I was getting in a lot of trouble. I was doing things I was not supposed to for my age, which I don't know what was going through my head. I was just doing my own thing. I wish I never stepped onto that path, but I did. But now I am loved and supported, and I have all these people around me who care about me and want me to be safe. And that's the best thing I could ever ask for. And right now I am going back to school. And I actually just turned in today my first packet of work since I started school. And she said that I did really good. And then after, me and my mom got food. And then we went a little bit shopping because she said that I did so well and that she's proud of me. So she wanted to like reward me. And then I have the best, he's not my boyfriend yet, I hope he is soon, but I have the best loving person in my life right now because he's just there for me. He understands the things that I've been through. He's been through stuff, like we both kind of understood that. And whenever I have, like last night, I had so much homework to do because I kind of forgot about it. And I could not focus. I did not want to. And he's like, I love you and I want to talk to you, but you gotta do your work. And I was like, okay. But we don't really have issues. We kind of like rage bait each other though. Like that's our favorite activity to do with each other is rage bait each other. It's super funny, and I really do like this person, and me and him have been, oopsie, it's okay. We have talked before and dated before. I was in a different time in my life where I wasn't at the right state of mind. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're just gonna let that dry a little bit because we don't want to smudge it. We don't, because it's gonna make it look worse. But I was in a different stage of my life, and thankfully now I'm in a way better stage of my life, and he supports me, and he knows that I love him and I care about him, and he's the only man in my life, because why would I need anybody else if I have such a basic boyfriend? And I'm gonna be turning 16 soon, and I'm so excited, and I can't wait to see what the future holds. And right now, so I'm planning on going to church, but unfortunately I'm not feeling the best. So I kind of got ready for, like, if I don't end up going to church, then I don't really care. If I go to church, then I'm prepared to. But I don't really know what I'm gonna do yet, but I go to church every Wednesday. I've just found an amazing person in my life, and I hope if you guys have any issues in your life to communicate about it, tell people about it, express how you feel about something, because you can't just have someone like guess like, oh, you feel this way. Because trust me, I was like, can you not read my mind right now? Like, I'm mad, leave me alone. Or like, I'm sad, leave me alone. I was never that person. I didn't like to talk about my feelings, and I still don't really like to talk about my feelings, but I have places to do that. And I just hope y'all, if you guys have any issues in your life, go get help if like you really need it. And if you don't really need it, if you just need to communicate your pain and go through stuff that like you need to go through. And trust me, when I was going through therapy the first time, I was like, I don't see the point. But you want me to tell you all my feelings and me get upset about it again? I kind of learned when I talk about everything I've been through, it doesn't feel like it's like aching in my heart anymore. Like it feels like, oh well, like I've kind of shared this with someone. It kind of takes it away, and I'm just happy I'm alive, and I have such amazing people around me, and amazing fine man. And I'm just happy with what I've done with my life. I've done a full 360, and honestly, if you need help, I am here and I'm welcome to help anybody, because yes, I'm still working on my journey, but I can help you along your journey. And let's just say I'm kind of a pro at this now, because I've been through so much. But I'm not gonna brag about going through so much. I'm not gonna relate to your guys' issues, because, well, I do relate to a lot of people's issues. And I'll be like, yeah, I understand that feeling. I know what you've been through, but like, I'm not in your shoes. I don't know exactly what happened. I don't know the relationship, anything. I've been through a lot, and it was really hard. But I had people to help me and support me, and if y'all are ready for that help and support, let me know, because I can send you some links to some amazing places that helped me. And yeah, and if you need rehab, I went through rehab. It sucked really bad. I hated it, because I was like, I just want to smoke, I just want to drink, I just want to do this and that. And then after I took a break and I felt normal again, I was like, dang, like, that just kind of made me hate myself more. And so I'm happy with who I turned out to be, and I'm happy that I'm sober. I'm happy that I found a way to love myself and care about myself, and I learned a way to not care about what other people say, because I'm my own person and they're not me. They can have their own opinions, and that's their opinion. But this will be the end of the video, because I have finished getting ready. The only thing I have to do is okay, I'll do that off the video. But thanks so much for watching. My name is Scarlett, and I hope I see you next time in my next video. Thank you so much. Bye.